and the Talking Watermelon, retold by Kitty Higgins, illustrated by Patrick DeRogaard. Early one morning, Anansi the spider woke to the sound of Possum hoeing his watermelon patch. Anansi peered down from the beech tree, where he lived, to watch Possum's slow process. Anansi salivated at the thought of a meal of watermelon, his favorite juicy red fruit. When Possum set his hoe aside at the midday to take a nap, Anansi knocked down his tree for a snack. While Possum snored, Anansi shrinked down his vine, silk-wrapped the ripening watermelon in the garden. He picked up a small sharp stone to chip away the melon rind. He made a hole that he couldn't just squeeze into. He gorged himself as the juices slid down his 8 spider legs. Just when Anansi about has his fill, he heard Possum stir. "Possum will punish me if I have discovered," Anansi said to himself. He waddled the hole and leaned one leg at a time, trying to pull himself out. He was too slippery. He couldn't keep footing. He braced himself against the edge of the hole, but he was so full of the fruit he no longer fit. "Oh no, I am stuck," he cried. "Now I have to wait until I shrink back into normal size." Anansi laid up his head upon a watermelon seed and attempted to sleep. He tossed and turned restlessly. "This is so boring. What should I do while I wait?" As he pondered his next thought, he heard Possum at the far end of the row. "I know. I will trick Possum into thinking that his melon talks." Possum came scratching with his hoe, and as he neared Anansi melon, he heard a sound, quite as a mouse. "Who is that?" I asked. It is I, the watermelon," Anansi now yawned. "But watermelon can't talk." "Possum, you've never been a good listener. Watermelons have been taught since before you were born." Possum could not believe his ears and cried, "Eureka! I must show King Bear the discovery I have made." Off he went, carrying the watermelon with Anansi bouncing and fro inside. He met Raccoon rolling in the dust beside the road. "What's the hurry, Possum?" Raccoon asked. "I'm the bringing King Bear a talking watermelon," Possum answered, very proud of himself. "Now I have heard everything," Raccoon said. "You haven't heard me talk," Anansi replied from the inside to the melon. To Raccoon's small remark. "Huh? Who said that?" asked Raccoon. "I did," said Anansi, really enjoying his trick. "You are silly, Raccoon, for not realizing more than animals have speech. Watermelon are more intelligent than you. Do you believe me now?" asked Possum. "Yes, I do," Raccoon said. "It's more like watermelon is something the king would want to see." Along the path to King Bear's grand den, Possum and Raccoon came upon Gopher, Rat, and Squirrel. They each in turn laughed and pointed fingers until they heard the melon's trained little voice himself. Before long, they all wanted to hear what the kings would say about the Odyssey, so off they went. When they arrived, the king, a very grisly-looking bear, just woken from his afternoon slumber. and was a bit grumpy. "What is it?" He growled as the animal bowed before him. Soon placed the watermelon on the tree stump before King Bear. "What am I to do with this?" the king asked, continuing before anyone has a chance to answer. "I do not need any watermelons. I have crates of my own." This one's tongue lurched in unison. King Bear refused to believe, and he had subject from a garden porch. He demanded the peasant pay respect to him if the animal spoke the truth. The watermelon just sat there, not for the third time all day. "What kind of joke is this?" the king grumbled. The melon remained silent. "I would be a fool to waste more time waiting you to see the tree just trickery. He is not as frightened animals." "You would be a fool not to wait," piped up Anansi inside from Melon. "Only a fool thinks watermelons can talk." "Fool? Fool?" King Bear roared. "How dare you call the king fool names?" And with that, King Bear picked up the melon in his paw and chucked it as hard and as far as he could. The melon flew through the air and landed with a crack, a thud, splitting wide open. Anansi was free. He skittled as fast as he could back to the beech tree. "Where's the morning start?" "What a great day!" Anansi rejoiced. "Oh, this fun has made me hungry again." He began to nibble at the large striped beech tree above the soon patch. Soon returned later that day with a sour look on his face. He picked up his hoe and started digging furiously. "Melon," he cried, "next year I will grow something else in this patch. Your watermelons are nothing but trouble. Perhaps you should grow more peaches." And she said with a mouth of full fuzzy fruit, "The king is sure to listen to a peach."